After 4 hours of downloading time, I finally installed Blender 3.0. Well, I'm excited. I'm really excited because let me show you. Alright, and here, this is the first render I did after installing Blender 3.0. Well, this is something. Alright, yes. So actually volumetric is something I really struggled with Blender, with cycles, because it really can't get that crispy look when you do any volumetric scene in cycles, especially because you can do pretty much better with EV. But what can I say? Here, the left side is what you get from Cycles X, and the right side, this is Blender 2.992, the old Cycles version. This speaks. I don't have to say anything beyond this result, because is here this look, you can see this is really clear, it's really clean, and you can see it. And look at this old version, this all the artifacts that we get from volumetric. This is really, if you have worked with volumetric in Blender, you know in cycles, it's really frustrating to get a cleaner look. You have to tweak the you have to bump up the samples, and it won't do the trick in the end. You have to play with individual samplings for volumetric specifically if you want to get a cleaner look. But it's really frustrating. The rendering time is really high. See here, the settings are same for both versions. As you can see, the older version, the older one, samples are 500, and same with the new version. It is 500 samples, and also the rendering time is not drastically. I think that more your scene is complex, the more drastically reduce the time it takes to render, as I have heard. But in here you can see this is the old version, 1.59 minutes and 1 minute and 59 seconds. This is the newest one, 1 minute and 22 seconds. So this is really good. Actually, I'm really impressed. You can see this how this problematic area handled in the new version. This maybe I think this because in this scene here I have this spotlight here. This is the base light that I used to make that volumetric effect with the environment fog. And in here, this is I have assigned a emission shader to this object, and so basically here there are two different light sources. So maybe old cycles, old version maybe having some trouble to figure out how things work when there are two different light sources. Maybe the newest version, the algorithm has a better ability to solve such scenarios. So maybe I don't know the technicality about this yet, but this is really good. I am using optics. I don't using the the fullest capacity of my PC, because I have turned off the CPU, because my CPU my USB is not powerful enough to power up the both CPU and the GPU when it running the fullest capacity, so I had to turn the CPU off when I render. But still, this is really impressive, the time and everything. So here 500 samples, where it is here, 500 samples, and the result is really mind-blowing. So this is the first thing I ever rendered this. Alright guys, this is one of the scenes that one of the scenes from my movie that I am working on. Yeah, so actually I was really struggling. It was something that I had in my mind, so how can I get a cleaner volumetric look with whatever I do, because the thing is that most scene I work for my movie, they are filled with that volumetric look actually. So if I can say, so every scene I like that volumetric look. So you can say, so here you can see there's it has volumes, because I like to see the depth in the environment, in the atmosphere. So I really needed that cleaner look when it comes to rendering. You can see that volumes is everything for me. You can see it's the older version. This area not clear, not clean. There are lots of artifacts. I like to see what the newest version would bring for me for this particular scene. You can see volume is everything for me. So that's something I was wanted. As you can see here, see volumes brings up the dramatic effect, the dramaticness in every scene. That's why I want to use it. So yeah, so I think there are a lot more other things that we have to consider, because when it comes to Blender 3.0, I think it is a groundbreaking, since groundbreaking versions is the 2.8, because the as a browser is one of the biggest thing I was waiting to have, because when we do something complex, something really consume the time to set up a scene model or set up a scene, and to do before the animation we had to make the scene. So it really takes time to go through all the folders and find where our assets are. So really this asset browser will bring the best thing for a complex work like making a movie. So I'm impressed, I'm really impressed. I'm looking forward to work with this new version. I'm excited. So guys, yeah, I just wanted to share my feelings, my first impression with this newest version. So alright guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I see you next time. Bye.